Hey, good afternoon. Welcome back to Potentially Ill Conceived Productions here in Arizona. As always, I am Phil, your gatekeeper. So, let's talk about the elephant in the room, shall we? That elephant being price. Those of us here in the United States have seen a sharp increase, and it happened back in April of 2025. We've seen a sharp increase in the price of cigars coming from Nicaragua. Specifically, I think they're the one that's gotten the hardest hit with tariffs. We're not talking about any kind of politics or talking about anything like this. We're just talking about you and I, the consumer, and what it means for us at this point in time. And so far, it has moved a lot of what would have been considered down towards the budget arena have now been moved into the mid-sized cigar arena, have moved from the $5-6 realm up into the $9-10 realm. Consequently, some of those $9-10 cigars have managed to move their way up to the $15 to $20 range. No one ever told me that smoking cigars was going to be an economic way of going. I just didn't think it would explode the way that it is. Now, there's a lot of things that go into cigar pricing. Cost of goods, cost of production, the marketing, all of that. But the first thing that goes into the cost of what your cigar is going to end up being is how much tobacco is in the cigar. So if you have a 70 ring gauge, you have a whole heck of a lot more tobacco going into that than what you would have going into this Robusto. And this is just one of my everyday smoking Robustos that I have way too many of in my humidor right now. Above and beyond just the amount of tobacco in your cigar, it depends on whether or not the company that produces a cigar is vertically aligned. In other words, if they grow their own tobacco, cultivate or age their own tobacco, and then put their tobacco in their own factory to be made so that they can be wholesaled out, that's a heck of a lot cheaper than going to a factory and contracting with that factory to produce your cigars, bringing them from wherever they're coming from, and going down that route. So there's a lot of different things in having to do with just the business of being in the tobacco world that goes into the final cost of this cigar. Then factor all of that in, you've got some cigar companies that have been around for 100 some years, 175 years, and are still producing names under that, like Punch has been around for quite a while. And they have built up reputation over the years for quality, for flavor, all of those various things. So their reputation helps drive up that cost a little bit more also. I mean, you've got some cigars out there that are selling for a couple grand. And that's like having a bottle of wine, you know, that for a couple grand. At that point in time, I don't know that I will ever get to that level, but just saying. I enjoy hanging out here in the mid size or the mid priced area. I've never spent anything more than $15 on a cigar. I've never had a $20, $25 cigar. Definitely have never had a $100 cigar. But I have herfed on a ton of anything from $6 to $15 over the years and enjoyed them immensely. And that's one of the things that I wanted to do with this channel, is to talk about the good cigars out there that are at a decent price for old retired folks like me, or people out there who just want to be able to smoke a decent cigar as they go throughout their day. And there are a ton of them out there. So we're going to continue on in that vein, finding these $10, $11, $12 cigars until we run out of them, and then we'll take a look if we're going to go to the $15 to $20 mark. But right now, we're going to enjoy our mid-priced cigars, because there's a ton. And I'm gonna go out on a line here, and this is probably going to cause some controversy here, but I'm saying that some of these companies that have come out since the 90s, when it was considered the heyday of cigars, some of those cigar companies that are still around at this point in time are punching out some amazing cigars that are more than more than worth your time and money to go out and give it a try. Room 101, American Viking, Warfighter, who else? Blackbird, too many of them. I can't even think of them right off the top of my head. But they're punching out some really tasty sticks that you don't necessarily have to go to the old dogs. And I'm not saying that I don't like a good Camacho or a Cohiba. I do, but I can get a lot more bang for my buck with some of these newer companies that are coming out. So don't shoot me, don't kill me at this point in time. It's just my opinion. And with all of that being said, I'm going to finish off my cigar here, probably pop back into the pool, because we've now gotten back over 100 degrees in Arizona, and I like the pool when it's at that point. So y'all take care of yourselves. I hope you've got a good cigar to smoke today. Let us know what you got. Let us know what it tastes like. And as always, take care of yourselves, and we will catch you on the flip.